I've driven my real-life car on a racetrack, and while I have hours of real-world seat time, most of my experience comes from hours training in a simulator with a VR headset. Just how effective is VR driving in making you a better driver? I'm driving my Lexus IS 500 in real life, and the Lexus RCF road car in Gran Turismo 7. I'll walk through how habits you pick up in VR translate surprisingly well to real life. I'll even cover some alternatives and limitations with this approach as well. So first, why VR? VR driving provides a significantly wider field of view than the traditional single screen setup. This enhanced immersion does two things. One, it increases focus. When you feel like you're really on track, tying down and cranking out consistent laps becomes much easier. And two, it makes developing good driving techniques easier. Controlling where your eyes are looking in the middle of turns is something that you can do in VR that translates directly to real life. But how? Let's walk through a lap at Road Atlanta in VR and in real life. Ignore the traffic in real life, by the way. I haven't had a clean lap in months. Anyway, notice how my head is moving as I approach each turn. On turn in, I'm focused on the apex. As I steer the car to the apex, I'm then focused on where I want the car to track out on exit. For most turns, you can build this muscle memory with a single screen setup. However, VR really shines on tracks like this, where elevation changes are significant and some turns are sharp. Take the S's at Road Atlanta. When you're going downhill, you have to point your eyes ever so slightly upward. You can do this just fine on a flat screen, but that slight angle that you position your head in VR is the habit that translates to real life. Similarly, when entering turn 7, one of Road Atlanta's tightest turns, you must turn your head to the right in a way that simply isn't possible on a flat screen. The freedom of movement you get from a VR setup lets you build the right muscle memory. Now you might be thinking, can't you get the same benefits with triple monitor setups? And I think you're right. The reason I use VR is because Gran Turismo is my simulator of choice, and it doesn't support multi-screen setups to my knowledge. Another small reason is that I genuinely think that the discomfort of a VR headset resembles that of a racing helmet. Long sessions in the headset are not comfortable, and I think that I have a similar relief when I take off the PSVR 2 as when I do my racing helmet after a real-life track session. Very small, but it's not nothing. And VR driving isn't perfect. In particular, Gran Turismo 7 doesn't allow changing the field of view when you're in-game or playing back recordings. This can limit the sense of immersion for some people. In addition, at the end of the day, it's a simulator. And while VR driving can help you pick up great driving habits, it's not perfect. Yes, even Assetto Corsa and iRacing. To wrap up, while VR driving won't get you into F1 tomorrow, it's an awesome way to really feel like you're on track. And at the same time, you'll pick up good driving habits for when you move to real life. I hope this was helpful. If there's another topic you'd like me to discuss on this channel, let me know in the comments or with a link in the description. Until next time.